So today we are going to cover a new topic which is how to run your Selenium test cases on Azure cloud. So we are going to start a brand new session on this today. So let us see how to run the Selenium test cases on Azure Pipeline. So these are some of the topics which are going to cover today. Like first we are going to see how we can log into azure.microsoft.com and we can create a new fresh account. After that, we will go to the Azure DevOps console, which is like dev.azure.com, and we can create under this account, we can create a new project. Once after we create a new project under this account, how we can create a pipeline under that project. So let's get started, guys. So guys, since few days back, I have told you how to uh, we can run our test cases on Docker containers. So in this session, I'm going to cover how to run test cases as a Selenium Java test cases on Azure cloud. So before that, I will show you this URL, which is azure.microsoft.com. So here you can log into this URL. If you don't have account, please try to create a new account by clicking on the sign in link. So once you create the new account, it will be asking you to enter I have created my account with this Gmail account. So once you enter and create a new account, it will authenticate to your GitHub, and once you have created the account and you have signed in, this will be your basically your home page. So after that, you have to once you have created an account, then you have to go to this URL, which is dev.azure.com. So basically this is a DevOps console. So you need to log into this dev.azure.com and it will land you to the Azure DevOps console. So once you log into here, you can create here, because you can see there's a new project button. So you can create a new project from here by giving some meaningful name. So I have created a new project by this name. So once you open this, once you are into this Azure DevOps console, you can create a new project under your account. And here you will be seeing under your project name, overview, and then summary. So here on the left side, there are different tabs, like you can see summary and then board, repo, pipeline, test plan, artifacts. What you have to go do is you have to go to pipeline here. So here you can see this will open a new pipeline tab, and you can create a pipeline from here. So these are some of my old pipelines which I created. So they will be this is how you navigate to pipeline tab. So once you go to this tab, you have to create a new pipeline from here. So this is not like a normal CI/CD pipeline. Like this is like when pipeline where we are trying to execute pipeline, which will run your test cases from Azure Git repository basically. Okay, so there are two views in this. One is this classic editor view, and one is this normal view. So once you click on this classic editor view, it will navigate us to view source. So basically here we are going to select from where we are going to run our test cases. So as you can see, there are different options like Azure Repo, Git, GitHub, and then Big Bucket Cloud and SVN and other other sources from where we can pull our code. So here you see repository and the branch. So we are going to use GitHub basically. So I'll show you my GitHub account. So this is basically my GitHub account. Okay guys, so basically what we have to do is we have to create a new GitHub repo here for the code which we are going to run, and we will pull our code from here by clicking on this continue button. It will list a repository basically here, and I'll show you my source code. So if you can see, I have created a new project here, which is Selenium with Azure DevOps. So this is basically a Maven project. So here you can see I have created some few test cases, and I have created bomb.xml file here and testNG file. So let me go open one by one test cases. So if you can see, this is my first test case. This is my first class. I am verifying, navigating to URL hashtag and verifying the title of the page, and once the title is printed out, I am closing the driver. So here I am running this on Chrome browser. Second test case, again I am running on Chrome browser, but I am navigating to a different URL, which is Google, and I am verifying the title of the page and closing the drive. This is my second test case, and here also I am running same thing on Chrome driver, and the URL is HDFC Bank, and I am verifying the title and closing the driver. Again, fourth one is again I am opening the Chrome driver and verifying the title of this URL, which is Economic Times, and printing the title and closing the driver. So these four test cases I have configured in my testng.xml file. I am running these tests parallelly, like parallel is equal to classes, and this is my test name, and first test case, second test case, third and fourth test case I'm running through this form.xml. So here I've given all the dependencies and all the jars and Maven Surefire plugin. So here it will take this suite file, which is my nothing but my testng XML file, and it will take the execution classes from here and start executing one by one. So basically what I'll do, I'll try to push this code. So I'll open my git bash from here. So first I'll create a new repo here basically. So create a new repo. Selenium Azure demo. Okay, this is my public repository I'm creating, and I'm doing a create repo. So this is my GitHub URL. So now what I'll do is navigate to this folder. I'll take this path from here and traverse to this. Basically, I have to go to Selenium Azure folder. Okay, so now I'll initialize my script using this command. Now I will link it to my GitHub. Basically, I'll authorize and link it. So I'll try to push this code finally. So and I'll take the URL, this URL, repo. To git add commit. Well, the URL is sorry guys. So I'll run my git remote at origin again. Initialize first. Okay, now I'll run git add dot. Okay, now I'll commit my code, and then I'll push my So once you have created your repository, once you are pushing our code, we will see our code will be pushed here using git push origin master. So now you can see this was my commit command, and I have pushed my code to this new repository, which is Selenium with Azure demo. So now what we will do is we will verify whether this repo is available using GitHub or not. So here, this is basically our under this GitHub we will search our repository. So our repository was Selenium with Azure demo. So here we can see our repository has been listed once we have authorized using what GitHub. So our repository will be listed under our project, and so we will select this, and branch will be master, and click on continue. Okay, so now since our project is pushed to the repo, and we created a new repo, and we have created Azure will pick basically our code from this repo, and basically it won't pick from my Eclipse in local, but it will pick from this repo only. And once we make the connection, we can see our repository in this Azure master branch, and now we will select the template here basically. So basically we are going, this is a Maven project, so we will select template called Maven here. So this is the Maven template on which we want to run. So we will select this, where so this will give us the view, like basically different things are there, like this is the display name, and where is our pom.xml file. So this is here, and this will be under our root project only, and we have to give our select the agent here. I will select basically Windows 2022. Now from here I will give our Maven code, which is clean install. Okay, we can change our display name if you want from here. We can change the path also. So as you know that uh, it does not support any testNG by default, and it supports only JUnit by default. So since this Azure does not suppose any testNG results, so it will only display the JUnit results. So testNG will basically, internally generate the JUnit report here. So on top of JUnit, testNG libraries are available, and since when we run our execute our testNG test cases, the result will be generated from this testNG XML file, and it will generate the files like index.html and all those files. So internally it will generate JUnit, basically JUnit XML file. So we will leave this file path show pipeline game test.xml like this, and there will be no code coverage here, and you can directly, so this is publish artifact, the artifact name is drop here. We can directly do save and queue. So we will give our some comment here. So as you can see, we have created a new pipeline here. We will create a new pipeline from here. So there are two different views, classic view and normal template. So we select from this classic view, and we will authorize to GitHub. So I have shown you how we can create we have created a new repo called Selenium with Azure here. Okay, I have pushed my code into this GitHub. Now I will integrate it with my Azure. I will select the repo from here, which is Selenium with Azure here, and select this repo, and my branch is master branch. So this is not like our any CI/CD pipeline. I'm just integrating with executing this pipeline with the children of test cases from Azure repository. So once we have listed our repo here, and we have pushed our code to this repo, we will create this pipeline, and Azure will pick the code from this repo only, not from our Eclipse local. So so since we have set the template as Maven and which we want to run a project, so we will click on continue here and select our template as Maven. So here, this is the platform on which we want to run our test cases through this form.xml, which is our root project, and this is our display name, and we can select the agent pool on which we want to run. So I'll select, there are different options like Mac or Ubuntu. I'm selecting Windows, basically Windows 2022, and this is our Maven goal we will give here, clean install, no need to give Maven. So as you can see, we have created a new pipeline here. We will create a new pipeline from here. So there are two different views, classic view and normal template. So we select from this classic view, and we will authorize to GitHub. So I have shown you how we can create we have created a new repo called Selenium with Azure here. Okay, I have pushed my code into this GitHub. Now I will integrate it with my Azure. I will select the repo from here, which is Selenium with Azure here, and select this repo, and my branch is master branch. So this is not like our any CI/CD pipeline. I'm just creating, integrating with executing this pipeline with the children of test cases from Azure repository. So once we have listed our repo here, and we have pushed our code to this repo, we will create this pipeline, and Azure will pick the code from this repo only, not from our Eclipse local. So so since we have set the template as Maven and which we want to run a project, so we will click on continue here and select our template as Maven. So here, this is the platform on which we want to run our test cases through this form.xml, which is our root project, and this is our display name, and we can select the agent pool on which we want to run. So I'll select, there are different options like Mac or Ubuntu. I'm selecting Windows, basically Windows 2022, and this is our Maven goal we will give here, clean install, no need to give Maven, and we can change the display name if you want, and we can change the path also. Now since you know that Azure does not support testNG results, it supports by default only the JUnit results. So testNG will internally generate JUnit report, and on top of JUnit, testNG libraries are available. So whenever you are running your testNG test cases, the results will be generated from this testNG XML file, and it will generate different files like index.html and other files. So internally, it will generate our JUnit.xml file, which is this file. And regarding code coverage, we can leave it as it is now. And now we will click on save and queue. You can give test here. So once we click on save and queue, we can go to our pipeline, and here we can see this is our basically the job which is running on the pipeline. So once all the tasks are created and we run the pipeline, we can see all the tasks getting listed here. So see, it has initialized the job now. So now our pipeline is running, and which agent we have already configured our agent, so it is running on this agent machine, and it will one by one execute all the tasks under the pipeline. So now it is building, I think, building the project and publishing artifact will take but right now build is going on. And once we have created and run the pipeline, it will run on some specific agent, and it will trigger our job, and it will, you can see the tasks are getting executed. So basically it is pulling all the dependencies, and see one by one it is picking all the dependencies from the form.xml file. Like different dependencies we have added, right? Like WebDriver, testNG, Selenium, Poi. So it is downloading all that artifact and sources from the form.xml, and it is doing, once it downloads, it will start our test execution. So after that, artifacts will be published and it will finish the job. So let's download all the dependencies. So basically it will execute all these 4 test cases which I have created, and it will execute one by one into those agent Azure VMs, Azure Cloud VMs. So there won't be any manual intervention if we trigger this pipeline. So whenever there is also one concept, whenever we are checking our new code, the pipeline will get triggered automatically and not to do any manual intervention. So that can be done through when we do CI/CD setup. So that I'll show you later on. But now let the job complete and it should execute all our code test cases. I hope it is clear till now, guys. So basically, let it complete. So what we have done is we have opened this Azure console and we have created a new pipeline under that. Okay, so we have pushed our code to a repository. We have created a GitHub repository and we have exported that repository to Azure, and once the repository is available connected to our Azure, we have basically created a pipeline. Pipeline nothing but a set of tasks which you have created. So I have created a Maven pipeline. So you can see we can create through either through YAML file. So if you can see, we can create directly from a YAML file. Like this is our trigger from master, and tool is we can give whatever like Windows or Ubuntu or Mac. So these are some of the tasks which are doing under the Maven. So this is a Maven task. So here we are giving what is a Maven file, form.xml file, and what is Java location, and giving test report and testing the path of the report and goal package. So same way we have configured our pipeline through classic editor. So now if you can see, my job is completed and it has published the artifact and finalized the job. So if you go back to your pipeline, the test folder will be created, tab will be created. You can see also your changes from here. So these are the changes which I have done some 11 minutes ago on to my, this is my repository and this is my master branch, and it has completed 3 minutes, taken 3 minutes time to execute our test case, and it is showing 100% pass. So let us go to this tab. So now you can see I have 4 test cases which I executed. Same test cases, if you can see from here, you can clear the filter and do a pass. Okay, so from here you can see one by one. These are my test cases which I have executed. One is this hashtag search, GFC, ET search, and Google search. All the test cases are showing pass here, and that is how it is getting executed and onto the cloud VM. So basically, this is how we can run our test cases. Whenever if you do any changes to our, suppose I'm trying to fail one test case. Okay, so suppose I'm changing the URL here. Okay, so I'm pushing this code again to my, I'm changing the URL of hashtag.com. So I'm committing my changes again, pushing my latest code. So if you go to your GitHub, should have the, if you refresh it, it should have the latest code. See, it has been refreshed here. It is showing the latest code here. Now what I can do is I can go to my pipeline. So this is the new pipeline which I created just now. So basically I can create a new pipeline again if you want. I can check the name of the repository again. If you want, we can check the latest code. You can check the repository also. Selenium with Azure demo. This is my repository. You can verify whether it has been changed. The changes have been pushed here in this report or not. This is step. So it has not been pushed. So what we can do is we can import this repository again. Okay. It will take some seconds to create the repo here. I think it is not committed. 1 second, guys. Okay, now I think it should be there. Okay, some issues there.